I know you think you the one, homie. But can't nobody escape gravity. It's going down, going down.
Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are doing well today. I know I am doing great. Today we do have another Alpha Team League matchup. It is going to be Team Gold Masters versus Sonic Aftermath EU, so should be pretty good. Already we got the parties lined up and getting ready for the first match, so super excited. And joined with Sushi. Sushi, how you doing, man? You sound like you're coughing over there.
Hey man, no, I'm good actually. Just had some things caught in my throat. Thanks again for casting Gravity. Always a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, not a problem at all. I just happened to wake up and saw that you had that, and I was like, oh yeah. Let me hop on that.
Oh. It's gonna be short and sweet. As you know, ATL matches they only last from anything between 3 to 5 games. So
yeah. So it would be really good.
Shouldn't be exhausting for us, but it will be a good match nonetheless. It's the final ATL EU Amateur Group match. Although this won't affect our chances to make the playoffs. I think we Sonic Aftermath will have a say in whether Gold Masters finish first or second. Not wrong. So we can still affect standings a little bit.
Yeah, sweet. So it looks like it is going to load here into the first map. Going to be Acid Planet, and looks to be pretty good. And we will see what happens here. Should be kind of interesting. I mean, always seeing Sonic Aftermath play, they have a very strong lineup. Looking through it, Terran Lord with Faith, Ebrethil. I haven't seen Z-Bobby play, but should be pretty good. So, without further ado, let's get into it, guys, and let's see what happens.
That's right. So, spawning in the bottom right is the orange Terran from Team Sonic Aftermath, Terran Lord.
Alrighty, and into the top left, in the green, representing Team Gold Masters, it is Sapa.
Right. So, TVP, very much like, it's the matchup that is currently featuring in the GSL semifinals that will take place tomorrow, and also the one that took place on Wednesday. So a very relevant matchup indeed. Let's see what these two players decide to go for. Whether they took any inspiration from the last GSL game.
well, hopefully not from Terran Lord. From the matches I saw, definitely TY kind of didn't do too well. Or maybe was it Mario that played Wednesday, or was it TY that played?
TY played Zess on Wednesday.
Okay.
Not sure whether we should reveal the score or any of our audience actually hasn't caught the match yet. But well, it's already 3 days past. Serves them right if they haven't. Zess won 4-3, and it was a really nice match. Really nice best of 7. You always love it when matches go all the way to the ace match.
Oh yeah, definitely. I actually was listening to it on my way to work, and was just amazed how, in certain situations, just how crazy these people are, being able to time just everything so perfectly, be able to move over just enough pixels to where it doesn't get counted. So very interesting. Starting out, we do have the SEV coming out here from Terran Lord. Going to come in and scout, see what his opponent's doing. Does see that there is that expansion going in CSK. No 2 gateways, just kind of 1 gateway going on, and just checking for proxies, making sure he doesn't have anything too crazy going on with that Reaper there. So pretty good job so far, but Still,
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's gonna be standard macro play from both guys. Uh, the Protoss choosing the Twilight Council as his first tech choice. And this is quite indicative of like going into a charge lot stalker, heavy focus kind of play. Terran lot with with a bit more unusual double barracks opening. You know, I would have thought 1-1-1 is the build of choice in this matchup.
well,
Looks like he might. I'm not sure if he's going for 2-1-1 or something, but he already has tech lab on the barracks, so I'm not so sure.
well, it's really interesting, right? Because we do see the Dark Shrine coming out from Sapa, but normally in TVP, especially nowadays, if you're looking to maybe be a little bit more aggressive, you do go for the additional barracks. You try to get stim, try to get a good amount of marauders, some marines, and try to attack on the front. I wonder, did he actually see that Dark Shrine though? If he sees the Dark Shrine, that is huge. He does see it, but does he register that that's actually there? So I'm really interested. Okay, so he did see that it was there. Okay, great. So he's going to be able to get that, and this is really going to help him out, especially if Sapa looks to, try to do these like little sneaky dark shrines attack.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not Terran Lot's definitely gonna be ready for this.
Yeah. Well,
Because with the missile, I mean, you can see the missile turret. So, I mean, basically, what happened was, okay, here's a lesson for everyone in the audience here. Before you prepare, if you want to practice, a build against an opponent for an upcoming tournament or important match, please turn off your match history, because Terran Lord saw his match history and saw him doing a DT build against AI just a few minutes ago. So
that's funny. I don't even know how to do that, to be honest. But yeah, definitely. If you're going to be doing, practicing for a build, obviously, yeah, turn off that history. Just make sure that, your opponent can't see what you're doing. He is going to go with charge behind this as well, which I think could be interesting. If anything, he can just kind of morph those DTs into Archons, go into like a charge lot Archon style, which Archons to me seem very, very strong in the TVP matchup. They're so tanky. And with the upgrades, they just do so much damage. So, it does look like he is going to go into like a drop here. It's kind of an altered form of that, like a 16 Marine drop in a sense. He knows that, Sapad doesn't really have a whole lot at his base because he's putting so much minerals into his tech that he's got a couple of Stalkers, a couple of Zealots, and an Immortal. He just really does not have that... that ability here. We do have the first DT gonna spawn and should start trying to do some attacking, but already there's so many Marines and Marauders here that shouldn't get too much done.
no, with a turret right in front as well, that DT is not gonna do anything.
No, but I mean, as a Sapa, what do you go behind this? I mean, obviously he's going into like Immortal, Stalker, Zealot, adding on more gateways too.
Knowing that DTs are coming, is one thing. This is still a macro play from Sapa after all. It's by no means going to be a straightforward game for Terran Lord.
No, not at all. Very interesting that the DT does actually see that this medevac coming out. So already we see Sapa getting in position, getting ready for that. And I'm surprised he actually hasn't started attacking. Okay, he just now is going to start getting in here. Gonna start trying doing some damage, but still there are just so many Marines and stuff here. So gonna come in here onto the third, does scan, sees what is there, and start getting on this medevac.
Yeah, well, I don't know whether he actually saw the medevacs come out, even if the DTs were there, right? You had to have your eye on the minimap, because if you see medevacs coming out from that side, where the DT was, then you gotta know that it's coming from the medevacs will be going towards your third.
Very solid defense there from Sapa. Actually taking out one of those medevacs, taking a good chunk of those Marines out, so not too bad. He did lose a few probes, only like 4, if that, so not terrible amount, but pretty solid from both sides.
Well,
I'm
I
Okay.
must say Sapa is, in a decent position as well. He's got 5 gates, Colossus behind it, 3 bases, 2 Terran Lords. Well, now 3, but it only just started mining for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Sapa's in a pretty good position overall. I mean, he doesn't have the army count right now, but as this goes on, he is able to. I mean, that first Colossus just not popping out, and this could be a very hard thing to have to deal with.
Oh no, the DT actually managed to sneak into Terran Lord's main, Terran
Oh.
Lord's natural.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Able to get 3
Okay, no,
kills too. Oh man.
Yeah. Well, 3 kills is still not that much, so it's okay.
Right.
We're still set up for a long macro game, I think.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, and he hasn't scouted that this has actually like transpired into that like Colossus tech, so it's gonna be interesting. He's gonna try to stem in there, and his count is mainly Marines, and Marines just disintegrate to those Colossus. So, especially now that the Thermal Lance is getting ready to be done, he needs to get some Vikings. He needs to really do something, but will he actually see
Yeah,
this?
he's producing double Liberators from a reacted starport, so that should help him a little.
Yeah, because I mean, the only thing he really has is like 3 Stalkers and a Sentry that can shoot up right now. So I guess Liberator is a pretty good call right now. Alright, it's going to stem forward here, and the Zealot's going to come in here, going to charge in front, and a lot of these Marines are going down, but he's able to clear out a good chunk of this units here. One of those Widow Mines haven't gone down just yet, and looks like that is going to get cleaned up. And
yeah, I don't know, with the
us as
2
well.
Colossus still remaining for the pros, I would say, that engagement favored Sapa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, even though he still has a lot of units at home, Terran Lord just did not get as much damage as he wanted. He was able to clear up a good amount of the units that Sapa had, but he really is in a tough position because now Sapa can just warp in some units and really just start putting on some pressure. But yeah, with those Colossus still alive, this is still a very scary army from Sapa.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that he is going into like the Marine like Widow Mines. That's really going to help against these like charge lots. But
yeah, I don't know. Like, what do you do against the Colossus? You need Vikings or Liberators, right?
yeah. Marauders sometimes can be very good because Marauders just do so much damage to Colossus. But if the Protoss has their Colossus in the back end with extended Thermal Lance, you have to go through that whole army just to get to them. So sometimes if you can get those Vikings, those Liberators, and start shooting them from the air to where they aren't limited so much, that's a little bit better.
Yeah.
But 4th base is going to come down now for Terran Lord as well. But Sapa, even behind all this pressure, just able to expand, get now Archons, and just more charge lots, more goody goodness. And we do have Storm on the way as well, so that could be very dangerous.
Sapa, of course, with all his spotter pylons as well, know exactly when Terran Lord is coming in and from where.
Mm-hmm. And that's really
nice.
nice.
He's headed over to his 4th base now.
Yeah.
Getting into position as a result. Yeah. I must say this is looking tough for Terran Lord. Like with just 2 Liberators, few Widow Mines, and primarily bio ground army. I'm not sure what it can do against this beefy army. With does he have Storm already? Not yet, but
no, he has it researching, but not just yet. I do like this placement though with those Widow Mines and with those. Ooh, where's the Raven coming in from? Gonna get a good little armor missile shot off there, and that's gonna help out a little bit. This really will help this engagement, but still just not enough here.
Yeah, that warp in of charge slots wasn't even necessary, it seems. Oh.
Terran Lord just hitting a wall that seems unpassable. He's trying to get damage done. He's trying to, limit this army, but those Colossus still are alive. I mean, 17 kills on one of those Colossus is just not a pretty sight here for the Terran Lord.
No, I think, if you're up against an army like this, multi-prong harass drops all over the place, is what you need to pull the toss apart. get some damage, get some probe kills or something like that. Otherwise, fighting this army head on, is just really hard without the right army composition. You need like you said, we need Vikings, Liberators, and maybe a bit more, be more heavy with Marauders.
Yeah, I mean, he is going to start adding in some ghosts, which I do like, because I could start EMPing this army, and that makes it a little bit weaker, but overall, it's still not the greatest, and we do have a warp in here of Zealots into the main. Going to get on top of all of this army here. A couple of those ghosts will be able to help clean this up, and finally it will, but that is a very scary threat right now for Terran Lord. That Suppa can just feel so confident, and oh my goodness, there are Dark Templar there into the third as well. Gonna get a couple of kills there as well. So really, Terran Lord is the one that's getting multi-pronged harass here and just getting a little pulled apart at the moment.
Yep. After clearing that harass, the big chunky army of Sapa is headed his way. I'm not sure he's ready for this.
No, no, he's not. He's so focused on other things. This army's going to come in here. Finally, he's going to take care of his army here. Going to try to siege up these Liberators. Or no, he's not. He's going to try to get on top of those. Storm, though, is done. And this army is just soaking up all of it. There's just not a whole lot here. Blinking forward with those Stalkers. And this is just looking bad right now from Terran Lord. Does not have the right composition here.
Half the supply of Sapa right now. I think, yeah, this is it.
GG.
Well, good game from Gold Master Sapa. Shows why they are ranked, I think, top in their group this season. Early, so well positioned to finish top of their group. If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that would be really nice. Yeah.
They only dropped one match this season, so they have a 6-1 overall record in their group.
Well, with plays like that, I mean, that's very, very good.
So we're gonna have another TVP. This time it'll be reversed in the sense that Faith, the product will actually be from Sonic Aftermath, and Terran will be from Team Goldmasters. In fact, we're gonna have 3 TVPs if if the 4th match is actually gonna be played. So
Very interesting.
Fun. Well, the only matchup that I don't really want to see are mirror matchups. Doesn't seem like we're gonna get any of those today.
Yeah, and especially like if it's a TBT or something, those sometimes can be a very long game, and sometimes even ZVZs, just depending. But normally they're like pretty quick. So
ZVZs, yeah, I think ZVZs can be the fastest mirror matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some quick like PvPs and stuff, but normally like it's like TBTs are the longest, PvPs are next, and then ZVZs are like the quickest.
That's right. So, okay, I do believe one of our players may not be here, so let me see whether I can help Miguel find placement. Yeah, bear with
So go Faith versus Yoka.
Yoka. Alright. What map is this gonna be on? Dreamcatcher.
Yep. It's a dream catcher.
I don't think this map favors any race. This particular matchup, I'm not so sure.
Well, the thing is like this map is really good for like dropping into the mains. Now obviously if you like turret up or
Yeah,
you
maybe
know,
there's
have
a lot of
cannon.
grid space. Yeah, so you're right, possibly.
So I mean we could definitely see some drop harass coming out from Hyoka, but also we could be seeing some drop harass potentially from the Protoss as well. There you go. Bada bing. Alrighty, guys. Let's see what will transpire. Take it away, Susie.
Alright, so spawning in the top left is the blue Protoss from Team PsiX Aftermath Faith.
Alright, and in the bottom right, in the red for Gold Masters, it is Yoka.
Alright, so we had a macro PvT early on, in the previous game. Let's see if anything's gonna change. I do believe the PvT series in the last GSL match between Zez and TY, there was a bit of cheese going on. I don't know whether you remember.
Well, from what I remember of the like GSL stuff is a little bit of cheese, but also just so many like mind games it seemed like. So I don't know if we will see that in here. Faith gonna come in here with a scout, with the probe, and just kind of see what's going on. No harassment just yet. Gonna force a SEV pull here just a little bit to make sure that doesn't get taken care of. But and expansion.
But now it looks like it's gonna be a Reaper fast expand. I mean, presumably that's what you normally. Yeah, that's the Reaper started, and the SCV hit it. To start that expansion, presumably.
Yeah, and ooh, what's he doing?
Ooh, he's
must have misclicked there. Yeah, this is really nice. He's gonna be able to have the scouting potential with that Reaper. See if anything too aggressive's coming, as well as scout any kind of proxies that may happen. But also able to kind of defend a little bit with it. So if they try to do some zealot pressure or something, he can definitely use that to his advantage. Looks like.
You know what I like is that the scouting probe Faith left it. At Hyoka's third, presumably he will send it in anytime now to get a good scout of what's going on.
Yeah, and that's really ideal.
May not be able to get in if the supply depot is going to be raised. Let's see whether it's going to be raised in time. Oh, he's just gonna miss seeing that factory being built there. Well, he can still be annoying and attack the SCV building, the command center.
Yeah, definitely. And that's going to force that wall down. Going to make this command center a little bit later, but also...
okay, he wasn't paying attention. Oh no, he's going to lose the probe. Okay, now, well, he's had to deal with the Reaper back home, If you're not careful of that, the Reaper can get a lot of kills. In fact, he's already got one probe kill.
Yeah, that's
one probe kill by the Reaper, one probe kill, by those SCVs. Faith is, started this game with 2 probes down already. I mean, it's not a big deal, but just saying.
Yeah, but I mean, it does limit a little bit of like how much production he can actually give. But like you said, it's not a big deal. It's not like some kind of game-ending thing. But it looks like Hyoka is gonna go into like a Marine Banshee kind of play here. Or at least try to put some harassment with that, like we said, that open back base. Gonna get him in there with some Banshees and just try to, get some probe kills and really just try to limit the economy of Faith. But it hasn't been scouted or anything.
With with Cloak being researched, you're definitely right. Banshee's on the way. So yeah, I mean, with all the dead space in this map, I guess you're right. Drop play and Banshee harass would be a good option for the Terran to take.
And I mean, he is going into Faith is going to go into like heavier stalker play. Imagine maybe even like, oh, he's going to go into glaive to depths. Okay, very interesting. +1 on the way as well, and that immortal going to be coming out pretty quickly here too. This army could be pretty strong here from Faith, especially when that the glaive to depths gets done. The power of those adepts and with the stalkers just is so terrible to have to deal with. Oh, he doesn't even see this coming as well, which is going to be very, very scary for Faith to have to deal with now.
Yeah. Does he even have a robo? He he does. So
yeah, I mean he has an observer
in time.
He has an observer out, and he actually sent it over there to the natural of Hyoka, but he doesn't have any in his own base. So once this Banshee
and he's
up,
not even send the observer into the main of Hyoka. He's not gonna know that this Banshee is coming until a bit too late, or until a few probes gets killed.
So he's
and there we have it. Ugh. Okay, so
now
it's really important that Faith does not take too much damage here. His third is not started.
Alright, now he's going to get out of here. He sees that the observer is there, so he's going to go ahead and move out. At the same time, we do have another Banshee going to go across and try to do some multi-prong harass here. Behind this, though, we do have tanks and Marines coming out from Hyoka. So looking to gear up for, a little bit of an attack here. A little bit of lag coming out, but should be okay. And Warp Prism going to be coming out from Faith, so looking to do maybe some harassment of his own. He's got a lot of gateways, which is going to really help him out in these warp ins.
Yeah.
And if he
he's
does
got to
some
leave
counter
some stalkers, in each space. Otherwise, the Banshees are gonna keep coming in back and forth. And like you say, him going for the heavy adept play, presumably, having taken inspiration from what Zest did, it's not gonna help him out very much here.
No, he does get 6 probe kills, as well as he gets one of those stalkers. So, very nice harassment coming out from Hyoka so far.
Yeah, I mean with him dealing a lot of damage, 13 probe kills overall. All Hyoka has to do is really just sit back and macro up. That's what he's doing, entrenching himself with 4 siege tanks in front of his natural missile turret and a bunker for good measure as well.
Yeah, and I mean, he's even able to get the observer there, so that's really nice. He has +2 coming on as well, and we also have this Warp Prism with some adepts coming in, so this could actually do some damage. Most of this army is in the natural, just kind of sieged up. But what will Hyoka do from this? I mean, adepts with the glaives are done, but they're just sitting there. Oh, because he's having to deal with the Banshee at home.
Banshee. Yeah.
So, not able to get as much damage done as he would have liked, just because he was so focused on the other side. But Hyoka doing a really good job.
He actually has to do damage after having taken a lot himself. Definitely feeling under the pressure.
Now he's trying to keep getting in here into the main, but with these Marines and now with the missile turret coming up, this is looking pretty scary right now for Faith, if I do so say myself. I mean, he is going with the depths. We do have Blink on the way now and +2, but just with as many siege tanks and stuff going on, this is going to be kind of scary to have to deal with. Doing a pretty good job macroing those adepts, but will be forced out once again.
Yeah, no, the only good thing Faith has going for him right now is that he's got his third halfway done. Terran is still essentially on 2 base until he floats the barracks, so he's the CC over, which presumably won't be, would be sometime fairly soon.
And looks like we're gonna have a little bit of a drop coming out. Gonna try to take care of this third base, but with the adepts already there with the stalkers, I don't see this really getting too much damage done.
No.
Alright, so warp gates coming in, all the good stuff, and I'm gonna try to keep coming in here with this Warp Prism, trying to get some damage done, but like I said, not really able to do too much, just having to pick up and maybe put a little bit of something going on. But now with all this missile turret ring coming out,
Faith knows that Hyoku's position is really well defended. Nothing he can really do, he can't really break that. Has to go home and just macro up and hopefully tech to some tier 3 units. Get Colossus or High Templars out. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to deal with a big push that Terran inevitably always does.
Yep, and it looks like that push is coming right now. Gonna try to get on top of this army while it's out here.
Oh,
The Adept's gonna shade.
nice sniping once. Siege tank. Okay. This.
So, okay so far, but he's got to be careful of those tanks sieged up in the back. He's looking to probably shade his Adepts into him and try to get that taken care of or catch them off guard. He actually doesn't see them on siege, so he is going to have to deal with that at home. Probably going to force a recall here, in all honesty. But seeing that they are moving out, he's going to try to get on top of this army, seeing that there's nothing really here.
Oh, he's actually pulled that Terran army back. Oh no, the Terran's going back to attack Terran base, but this is not what Faith would have wanted, I don't think.
No, and I'm wondering if he will actually stop himself and have to recall, or if he's going to sit there and, okay, yep, he's going to recall himself. Try to defend this. I think if he can defend this, he's in a really good position. He was able to kill 18 SCVs, so, I mean, he's doing a pretty good job. It does kind of suck that he's lost that third. He's going to shade in here onto the tank, and this is huge. Gonna be able to clear out all of those tank. Oh, maybe not. Get closer. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, resetting that tank count is so huge for Protoss right now. He's only got one tank now.
Having taken out 18 SCBs was really good as well. He's in a much better position than he was before, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. And now he has +1 of the shields, or the armor, being upgraded, and we're going to see another attack coming out here from Hyoka. He knows he has to do something now, because Faith was able to, in a sense, defend that. He knows he's got to, keep the pressure on and keep trying to do something. They're actually going to do a multi-pronged harass here.
5 dropships is, no, 6 dropships coming to Faith's main, but only 2 of them actually loaded with units.
Yeah. I mean, basically every Marine there has its own medevac.
Personal medevac.
Yeah. Oh no, he's gonna get that main as well, and this isn't very good at all. Forcing a pick up here in the natural, but just trying to deal with everything at one time. Able to get 15 probes, and now what Faith was building up is now kind of put down. And doing some more harassment here onto the third as well, and this just is not good for Faith right now.
No. 2 base, 30 probes to the Terrans, 4 orbitals, and 8 more SCVs. This is not looking good for Faith at all.
And he's on
he
that
knows he
fourth
has to
base
do
now.
some damage right now.
Yeah,
But I'm not sure he can actually. Terran actually has quite a decent sized army with 2 Liberators and that's it. I don't see any tanks around.
Well, he has 1 tank, but it's somewhere. Alright, so he's going to try to take an engagement here. Liberators are going to siege up on top of these armies, but Faith going to be able to blink on it. GG will be called, though, and Hyoka going to take the victory there.
Yep. Well, that's basically how you take Protoss, isn't it? It's very hard to come at them with just one big force. If Protoss get us all their powerful units, is really quite hard to break. You have to harass them, with banshees, drops all over the place, and pull them apart. That's exactly what he did this match.
Yeah, I mean, looking really strong. There was a couple of points where I feel like if he would have thrown in some Zealots or something in there, and like you said, maybe like some Archon, some High Templar or something, I think would have helped him out a little bit. But with those multi-pronged harassments, he just was not able to do, what he wanted to. So
no, I think he was going for an aggressive build with the depth play. Unfortunately, it didn't really, it was a good blind. I would say Hyoka's build was actually good against what Faith intended to do. So let's see. Well, actually telling me that he's had trouble finding a couple of our players. So let's see whether they're gonna show up. So, Gravity, you've been following the World Cup?
I got to watch a little bit of it. I actually started my new job. Well, started like actually working, I guess, technically, quote unquote. We were still doing a little bit of orientation yesterday, and we were sitting in the cafeteria, and they actually had the Russia and Saudi Arabia match on, and I got to watch that whole thing, and it was just intense. I hate that the U.S. isn't in this year, but I definitely have other teams that I cheer for, so I'm excited.
Who are you cheering for?
I like I like Brazil. I like Argentina, and
Oh man, who doesn't like Brazil? But I must say they are looking like a much better team than they were 4 years ago when they actually hosted the World Cup. Yeah,
Yeah.
home soil. Don't know whether you followed that. A lot of their players were quite young back then. Now with players like Neymar, Coutinho maturing,
Yeah.
I think they stand a good chance this World Cup.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I like Portugal, and Mexico is really my big team too. I
Mexico.
can't remember if Chicharito is playing this year, but I hope they get it. Russia, though, just seeing from yesterday, their defense is just intense. They have such a good back line that it's just it's going to be interesting to see, especially since they're hosting too. I think they have a little bit of an advantage, but it's going to be really interesting. I don't have cable or anything, so I can't really watch it unless I watch it on like the internet or something. So
Oh, do you have a website for that then?
I don't. I have like YouTube, but a lot of times I'll just kind of see I'll just kind of catch what I can, and then maybe like look on Google and see what the scores were.
Yeah.
So, but if anyone knows a good site that has all that stuff, let me know, so I can watch me. Because I'm actually certified through the state of Kansas to referee high school soccer. So I do that.
I mean, do bars actually show World Cup matches right now? I mean, they must do, right? So I know in
Yeah.
a lot of European countries, a lot of bars and pubs will actually be broadcasting these matches live.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
probably can head over down to one of them.
yeah. But with having a new kid and then also just getting everything taken
that's
care
right.
of, just going to a bar really isn't an option. And it's like the closest bar is like 40 minutes away. So,
It's true.
like they have like I don't know if they have them where you're at, but like Buffalo Wild Wings, it's like a big like sports bar, and like they do chicken and stuff. And they have all kind. They have like 20 million TVs with like every little sport that's going on at the time. And you like France, of course,
okay.
right? Yeah, I do like France. I don't follow them as much, but I mean, I just like soccer altogether. So
France actually has a really strong team this year as well.
that's what I'm hearing.
But yeah, enough of that. I think our third match is starting right now.
Alrighty, let me get this all switched over here, and then we'll get
Back
into
to StarCraft 2.
Do what?
Back to StarCraft 2.
Yes.
What I said.
What we
So,
are here for.
Spawning in the bottom left, the green Zerg, the third player from Team Sonic Aftermath, Zabooby.
Sabubi.
Booby.
Alrighty, and in the
What's
top.
that? What's that drone doing? Oh, it's already started a pool. Some cheeky play going on now.
Alrighty, and in the top right, in the red, it is Molten SC.
So Molten going for the standard play gateway into gas, into expand, presumably.
Very interesting that he is going for that, pull first. That it's going to be able to open him up to, be a little bit more aggressive, as well as if he needs to, he can have the lings to like defend anything too crazy.
Yeah, no, I think with this build, what you want to do is really quickly send 6, 8, or even 10 links out to Protoss' side and try and, snipe some buildings, kill some pros, basically delay the probe and, mess up with their build order as much as as much as they can.
And this is huge right now. I mean, Molten SC actually sees, wait, that is a very, very early pull as well as a really late expansion.
Well, I mean, if his probe coming in, if you don't see the expansion down already, shenanigans is on the menu.
Yeah, definitely.
He's doing the right response though. 2 gateways, cybernetics call. Before expanding.
Does he throw up some cannons behind this? You think for defense? Is that why he's going to get that forge and just kind of help pressure put this out?
I don't know whether that might be a bit too much, So I think what I normally see from process against this build is they either go double gate into expand or forge into expand, but he's doing both, so I don't know. He might have forced a bit of an overreaction already. Who knows? I don't know.
Alright, so these Lings are going to start working here on to this gateway, going to force the Zealot out.
Those 2 adepts out.
Yeah,
2 adepts out.
With the adepts out, that just kind of...
we can do anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he knows, so he's sending his 1 drone out to take his threat.
I like this. Do you think he goes into like Ling Bang Hydra behind this, or do you think he's still just kind of macros?
Well, it's definitely too early to tell. But one thing for sure is, he's actually in a decent position without having to kill probes, just because, he's forced out 2 gates, 1 forge, 1 shield bearer, and only now, at just about the 3-minute mark, Molten is putting down his natural. That's already, at least 1.5 minutes later than what you normally would want. Yeah, he would need to send these 2 adepts to find some damage, actually.
Yeah.
Otherwise, with 3 bases up and running, Zerg can just drone and get his economy out of control.
He is going to go into a Roach Warren here, as Bobby is, but...
Yeah, this is quite an early Roach Warren, so I'm not sure whether he's looking to do some aggression or it's going to be for some defensive play, because I don't think you need a Roach Warren that early. Well, it seems like he's skipping link speed though, so...
Well, he doesn't have link speed just yet.
No, he hasn't researched it yet, so I don't know. It looks like he's going to tack straight into roaches. Okay.
Maybe into like a Roach Hydra or something would be really interesting.
With the adept shading, he needs some. The adepts actually didn't shade in.
They cancel it right there at the last minute, but he's got a Stargate on the way here. Molten does going into Oracle, and I think against kind of what's Zabubi is.
I don't know why Zabubi hasn't scouted that yet. He actually hasn't to the right of Molten's natural. He should have placed that overlord, at the little high ground over there, just so you can see everything that's coming out.
And we got the layer.
Yeah,
on
with
the
no
way
spores, this is going to be a bit. Oh, this is going to be rough if Zabubi doesn't react well. Oh, I mean, he has the queens. He has a decent number of queens.
Yeah.
So he could put. Oh, no, actually, he has 6. So if they're well placed, they can defend against the Oracle. But I'm not sure they will be ready.
Yeah, I mean, he does see it coming too. So.
Oh, Oracle coming in. This is gonna get at least 6 to 7 drone kills.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Nice pull there with the drones. Only gets 5, and he will be able to kind of push that away for the time being. But still, trying to drone up, trying to get that production going. That does really kind of hurt him a little bit. He does put some Spore Crawlers down now, so shouldn't be able to get too much behind this. And with these queens kind of sitting out, should be okay. But I'm still just sitting back, droning up, just trying to get some roaches and all that. And third base just not being taken from Molten, so.
Yep.
These queens just working their little hearts out.
Yeah. I don't know, I would say, okay, maybe Zerg is slightly behind that low drone count, but Apros actually does not have a lot going for him right now, even though he's got his third base charge only just researched a few seconds ago.
Well, the thing is he's actually just putting so much of his minerals into upgrades instead of actually, and like tech instead of actually units. So right now, his army count is very low, but once he reaches that tech level, if Zabubi doesn't do any kind of pressure or doesn't do anything, he's going to be in a pretty good position. He's going to be able to warp in those units. I mean, with charge, now Immortals coming in, he's going to have a pretty good army. But that's, you know, if Zabubi doesn't do anything, if he just sits back, if he continues to play defensively and slowly move across with this creep, I mean, that Molten might just have this if he's not careful.
Yeah. No. I don't know. We haven't seen much action, for sure, other than some small harasses.
Templar Archives on the way as well, so it looks like he is going to go into some High Templar, possibly, maybe even Archons, and you know, should we be seeing some Storm coming in and try to maybe like zone out this army even more? Nice Revelate's been going on this army, so you know, Molten's able to
I
see
mean,
where...
like, Zabubi actually managed to delay Molten a lot in terms of, putting his gateways and tech structures. Well, his robo at least. I would have liked to see him, do a big broach timing push a couple of minutes ago. I don't think the Protoss would have been ready for that. But right now, 2 models already there, a good number of charge slots, shield batteries, and sentries. I don't think Zabubi can do anything even if he pushes out soon.
And so, creeps. I mean, the creep from Zabubi has been very good. It's spreading pretty good, and he's actually got his 5th base on the way. But like we said, he's just not doing too much here. He's got the Revelate on, so he can see what his opponent's doing, and it's just kind of crazy right now. And now, Molten's actually starting to warp in units. He's going to be caught up here in army count. He's going to have an upgrade advantage, and it's just going to be very scary for...
No, I can tell you 56, even if you're on 5 bases, 56 drones is not the number, not the number that you want. You want at least 70, even 80, if you want to fight against, a well-tech, well-built Protoss army. And you definitely don't want to be on even supply with the Protoss, or let alone on a lower supply, 132 to 145 right now.
Very interesting. He's actually going to go for some lurkers, but Molten actually sees this, so he could actually be prepared for any of this. And try to come over here with a Warp Prism as well and start doing some drop harass, but with these Hydras here...
he managed to get that. Oh, yes, he did. Okay. So right now with his lurkers, he can actually, make a push without worrying, without worries of a backstab at home. Although I won't say that this is a great lurker count. It's only 6 right now, and Molten's army just looks like you'll be able to push it away. It's in a good position as well.
Yeah. And with Storm being done, I mean, he's just gonna be able to lay siege on top of those. Let's finally get that Oracle too, which is gonna be nice. He's not gonna be able to have that Revelate as much now. And another War Prism is gonna come out. He's gonna try to probably drop into the main and just continuously put this Zerg army.
Well, if Zabubi actually gets manage to get a good burrow position, he can do a good amount of damage. But we'll see. No, he can't leave his lurkers unprotected. He needs to move his lurkers with his army. Okay. Alright. Okay.
Alright, so he might actually get a third
that robo
base.
is actually quite good. Yeah, no, if he sieges his lurkers well, which all those storms though, I don't know.
Yeah, those storms are
actually
really...
not looking very good. Well, this is actually one reason why I don't play lurkers in ZVP anymore.
I mean, it looks like he will be able to finally actually clean up a lot of those units, but with that Warp and his Zealots, able to actually clean up the Zerg player, but reducing the number of High Templar is so huge right now, I think, for Zabubi. It's going to limit how many storms are available. Even though he basically...
Alright, go ahead.
I was just going to say, even though he didn't get a whole lot of damage besides a couple of buildings, being able to reduce that count was very nice for him.
It was very nice, but I don't think he should be attacking with this Paltry Force. 3 lurkers, 6 hydras, it's just not going to do very much.
No, I mean, he might get a couple of Zealot kills, but he's got to be careful.
I mean, we all hear the expression critical mass, and that's what you really need as a Zerg, I feel. Although, Molten seems to be giving up on that base, I don't think he's really aware that, it's only 3 lurkers, supporting this meager, paltry Hydra force. Well, of course, right now it's been reinforced with more Hydras, so Oh, we'll see. Oh, nice storm there. Okay, so
Yeah, those storms are just so crucial right now, especially taking care of these lurkers. Zealot's going to charge in here and get cleaned up pretty easily here, and now these Hydras should be able to actually start working on these High Templar. They don't really have that much energy, so not a whole lot of
no,
storms.
I mean yeah, no, this is actually quite a hard position for Zabubi. To break. If he moves all his lurkers, they're just going to be susceptible to storms and any models.
Yeah, I mean, we do have attack here on the 4th with a couple of these Hydras. Going to get a pylon,
Yeah,
a
so
couple
that's
of
definitely nice.
So now we got this like multi-prong harass, and this is where Zabubi's going to be able to start doing some good damage here.
Yeah, I really wish he would move his lurker a bit further up, because what you really want is to have the lurkers actually shooting at the Nexus, but I guess it's gone now, so okay, no worries.
Yeah, and with the observers now on this army, going to be able to clean up a good chunk of this, and Zabubi trying to do what he can here, trying to, push forward. And like I said, he's doing some good jobs for harassment, but not doing a terrible amount, it seems like. Even though he is, like, ahead, it seems, just because of his, like, army count, his worker count, and all of that.
Well, at least he's got a decent number of drones right now, so it's a lot better than... Yeah, but I don't think he can really attack with Roach Hydra. You need some lurkers. I don't know, if he managed to... He's not going to be able to do much damage. The Protoss boss is coming back to defend. Oh, was Elliot Warpin coming from the right?
Yeah, this will get scattered pretty quickly here. Might be able to get a queen or two, which would be really nice. Actually, he might get 2 of them here.
He's actually even pulling a good amount of Zabubi's armies.
He's forcing his army back here from Zabubi too. That's
nice transfuses to save the queens. He's actually forced, all his army back. Well, 5 bases, 2, 3, 50 supply hit. Zabubi's looking in good shape right now. Oh, here's the burrow the locust.
Storms.
alright. He's gonna get on here. He's gonna start attacking. Nice storms though. Gonna eat up a good chunk of that army there. And these zealots, these High Templar, and the Archon just really gonna be able to start, dealing some
What
damage.
Zabubi is doing really good right now is he's really splitting up his army, trying to attack Protoss from a lot of places. I think getting quite a lot of prone kills, forcing a recall from the Protoss even.
Oh yeah, he has in multiple bases, like you said, he's able to clear up a good chunk of that. Finally does get taken care of there, at least on that 4th base.
Yeah.
And
No, Zabubi can consolidate all his forces right now, maybe get a few lurkers and do a big push. I think he might be able to get it. Have this game. I mean, you definitely don't want to go in with pure Hydras against, how many High Templars is that? 12.
yeah, yeah. There's 12 High Templar, 4 Immortals, a Zealot, and some Probes. So the thing that's really good right now too is Zabubi is actually, limiting how much income this Protoss can actually do, and because a lot of these units are very high in like minerals.
I mean, he looks like he's a really big boss right now, but he really can't just attack into this, like, especially if he's gonna eat all the storms. Ugh. Yeah. No, he definitely needs to morph lurkers and go to a different tech. But he's actually got Greater Spire done already. If he manages to buy time for Blue Lots to come, I think.
So many storms, and he's got how many? Yeah, with those 12 High Templar, just storms for days. He's gonna come in here. He's gonna be able to get the Cybernetics core, which is very nice, but not able to really do much
I think
that.
by right now Zabubi should know that he's got Protoss on the ropes. These Brulots are being morphed in a very risky position. I don't know.
He doesn't really have anything that shoots up though, so.
Okay, I think he's gonna he's gonna have bought enough time for those Brulots to come out. Now all he needs to do is just reinforce them, with some ground force. Okay, no, Molten knows. He has nothing against Blue Lords now.
Yeah. GG.
So it's 2-1. We're actually gonna see all 4 matches being played. Although I don't know where our last player is. So I'm gonna see whether Miguel has actually gotten a replacement for Epiphrel, if I'm not wrong. He was slated to play.
Hmm. Hey, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta make a quick phone call while you're getting that situated.
Okay. It looks like Miguel's gotten a replacement. I think it's gonna be a ZBP again.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Alright. So it looks like we're gonna have another ZBP. We're gonna have a replacement for a Terran player who was slated to play.
Alright, so looks like we're getting it all set up here.
Yep. Just gonna grab some water if you don't mind. It's like
How am I?
I don't have the time.
Since this is how you holding up. I'm alright, man. I'm doing alright. I'm a little tired, but I got some good sleep last night. My girlfriend's been really amazing trying to take care of the baby while I get some sleep since I'm having to work. And then, after I get done streaming and stuff like that, I spend a little bit of time with them. But it's been pretty good. And getting better. So, thankfully, next week I'll get my first paycheck from this new job. And making more than what I was, and it's closer, so I'll actually have a little bit of pay. So, and I just got moved to night shift, so I'll get even more money for working overnights. It'll be nice. Alright, getting loaded in.
I'm back in.
Alrighty, guys, let's get into it here. Let's see. There we go. Make sure that's set right. See what goes on. Go away, Sushi.
Well, spawning in the top right, the last player from Team PsiX Aftermath needs to make the score 2-2 to bring the ace match. Is Baxter from Team PsiX Aftermath. Zerg, of course.
Alrighty, and in the bottom left, in the pink, it is Shoutastic.
So putting his first pylon on the high ground. So I'm not sure whether Protoss normally start the wall on as well, right? So no, presumably.
Do you cut out there?
Oh no, I was saying like I'm not actually sure whether Protoss start the wall on the low ground or the high ground on this map. Just saying that he's chosen to start his wall on the high ground.
Well, normally, because this has a back base, it does allow you to get that quicker, like, natural, safer. So I think sometimes the Zerg player, especially with it being a smaller ramp, he can get in there, he can, not have to put as many buildings and be able to prevent, like, a late flood or something. Now, if he
Well,
wanted
it's definitely safer against link floods. I do agree.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this being a clan war, after all, you do want to take the safer option, presumably.
Yeah, definitely. And then if you are wanting to play, not necessarily more aggressive, but be able to take that third a little bit easier too, some players, they will go ahead and wall off in the natural, or well, the front part, like how they would on a normal map, and then take that base, and then after that, take that quicker or easier third in the main base itself. So it just depends on how they want to play. If they don't feel safe opening up that way, and like you said, because it is a clan war, want to make sure, not to lose too much there, I guess. But
yeah, well, pause being called. Yeah, supper's just. Oh well, not supper.
Shoutastic.
Well, supper's the one asking whether whether anyone's lagging. Okay, well, let's see how long this will go on for.
Yeah.
So Baxter has already gone for his third hatch. This is actually a build that I show him. You can get away with having an earlier third hatch down against Protoss most of the time.
Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting because, like I said, if he feels more confident that something's not gonna go on, you might go down, and that way you can take the little bit harder natural, and then take a really
I mean, there's no
easy
reason
third,
for you
but-
not to take an earlier third, to be honest. Like, the only real hard a double gate opening from Protoss, with two adepts out very early to try and kill drones, but with a standard gateway expand into cybernetics core, this is not going to be a problem for Baxter.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, so not sure what's going on. Shell testing. Not come back yet. Okay, so okay. Looks like the players are back and ready. I'll tap for a moment, so sorry about that.
No, you're good. Going in here, Baxter will finally kind of get the first little like hint of what's going on. Sees that he is walling off on the top, and that he's only on, potentially that natural. But we do see some aggression coming out here from Baxter already. Now, the thing I do like about going with that quicker third is he's going to be able to have a lot more larva to be able to do like a Ling Flood. Doesn't look like necessarily we will have a Ling Flood coming out from Baxter, but that's definitely a possibility if he wants to play the aggressive game. He's going to come in with these 4 Lings and possibly just see, what kind of damage he can get done and see what his opponent's going.
No unit. So Baxter's actually managed to get in to see a full scout. Well, not full scout if he decides to go around, which he does. So he sees the robo, sees the 2 other gates. Gonna go in one circle, trying to see whether any other tech structures have been put.
Yeah, doesn't see any more. So he's actually gonna start. Maybe he's just gonna get out.
Oh no, he's not able to go out. I think he should just still walk around the base, be a nuisance. All he has to do is shift click his Zergling. Just forces the toss to waste more APM dealing the Ling. Not even getting a probe kill.
I mean, that had potential to be pretty good. Be able to shut down the Cybernetics core, shut down that gateway. But thankfully that Zealot was able to kind of help take care of that, and because he didn't really do too much behind it.
He actually still delayed the Pros a bit. I mean, the Pros now at the 4-minute mark only has 1 gate and 1 robo and 3 gates. Not much else. So
he does have a layer on the way. So do we?
Yeah.
Is he gonna go into like a Ling Hydra kind of thing?
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. I think. I mean, with 4 guesses already taken and Lair almost finished. 44 drones. He probably wants to drone up to about 50. Get the Hydra then as soon as the Lair is ready. So presumably now, and then start just making non-stop units.
Alrighty. Hydra Sten is going to come down, and Spore Crawler's up. Just to make sure that, if there's any kind of craziness going on, that he has protection against it. But it does not look like that's going to be the case. Twilight Council comes down as well.
No, his Overlord has just scouted the Twilight Council. He knows he's not really in any danger. There was no Stargate, from his Link Scout earlier. Oh, wow. Okay, double Stargate, actually. This is some... But I would say that Baxter actually has the right build counter to this. If he just starts messing Hydras and Link now and go for all-out attack, he's going to be able to get this.
I think he thinks that there is some Dark Templar or something. He's getting, the Overseers. He's getting
Spores and Overseers, yeah. No, I mean, that's always, a safe thing to do once you scout Twilight Council. I mean, what did he scout? He saw 1 Robo, 3 Gates, and 1 Twilight Council. He, it's either going to be... He probably would, be thinking it's going to be a Depths or Dark Shrine. So it was not a bad idea. Okay, I would like to see Baxter actually drawn up a little bit more to about 50. 46 is still a low number, to be able to afford a big Hydra army, but I don't know, we'll see.
Alrighty, so he is getting, all of his bases kind of saturated here, and like you said, yeah, he still has a little bit of a low count, but, just throwing in those Hydras where he can, actually has like 4 more on the way, as well as some Lings, so making it work somehow. But we'll see exactly what he does. He's skipping on upgrades, but we do have
Yeah, no, I mean
Shard
this is make no mistake, this is an all-in
Mhm.
from Baxter. It's gonna be a powerful one. Getting he got the speed upgrade. I would like to see him, at the range upgrade as well. Although he won't be able to hit in time, um, you know, finish in time. But I think he's gonna have this. Like he's got a good link buffer and a lot of hydras on the way. Those two phoenixes are not gonna do anything to this bunch of hydras.
Oh no, they're gonna go down as well.
No,
All right. Oh no. All right.
no.
So
Okay, no. So he just needs to go right now. Actually,
yeah, he's gonna get on top of these sentries. Gonna get on top of that. While these hydras do get into the back base here, these lings though, being a very good unit so far, are gonna be able to clear up a good chunk of those. But these force fields from the Protoss just very good. But those hydras just doing so much damage. The overseers going on top. But there's just not a whole lot of Protoss army here for Shadowtastic. Gonna try to warp in a couple more zealots here with that charge being done, but charge just not finishing up, but not gonna have enough and not enough energy really on those sentries to do any
okay.
more.
No, he just needs to go right now. Okay. Well, I think he's maybe waiting for some more links to come because you don't want a pure Hydra army. You want some links to buff. Great Hydra Force right now. You can just go up the ramp and if you're worried about going in, you can do exactly what he's doing. Kill the cybernetics core first.
Nice couple of force fields trying to separate this army out a little bit, but not going to be enough here. There's just so much damage being taken out here from this Zerg army, and going to get on top of those immortals, on top of those sentries, and the void rays coming out. I don't think that's really the answer here.
Yeah, no.
If there's any hydras there,
He's-
GG's going to be called, and Baxter going to take it, going to tie it up now. 2-2.
Not saying that I was wrong. It's 2-2 between Spain and Portugal. So it's not a. I predicted there was going to be a boring match. 58 minutes in, it's already 4 goals. Both teams are gonna send out as their ace. Like I said earlier, always nice when a series goes down to the wire. You have the ace match played. No, I'm saying both teams are probably deciding who their ace player is gonna be, and that it's always nice to have a series go right down the wire and have the ace match played.
Yeah.
Right, so.
Oh, hey, I figured out how to watch them online for free. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so just waiting, like we said. Finally switched my Twitch name, there we go. That's cool.
Okay. So we need to actually.
So it's gonna be Terran Lord versus Sapa. Repeat game
Yep,
one.
a rematch of our first game. Oh, meanwhile, Spain is in the lead, 3-2. Diego Costa with a double. Not that you know who Diego Costa is. Do you actually follow Spanish football or soccer?
I try to. I try to follow it as much as I can, and especially like the like England teams and stuff like that too.
Oh man, I can tell you one team that's not going to win it is England.
Yeah, I don't think England's gonna do too good. I'm thinking like Group
Okay,
F
so
is gonna be like the group of
Great.
death, but we'll get into it here. Since we got the StarCraft loading in. There we go. Cool, cool. Oh, so good. Alrighty. In the bottom left, in the blue, representing Gold Masters, it is Suppa.
In the top left, representing Team Sonic Aftermath, is the Orange Terran Lord. Looking to do better than he did in his first game. Probably want to exact a measure of revenge, and it'd definitely be sweet if he wins this game, just because would have won the whole series for Team Sonic Aftermath.
Yeah, definitely. I always find it interesting. Sometimes I wonder though if Terran Lord maybe not necessarily has doubts, but maybe that previous game that they had played has a little bit of an effect on him. Like maybe he has that in the back of his mind. Okay, I really need to make sure that I'm not, just losing, units that I don't need to, and maybe do something else. Or if he's kind of coming in with a clean slate, like what, that's in the past. Let me just focus on what's going on, and I know I can beat Protoss. I know, I can do this, and just play from that way.
Yeah, well, I think he probably mind gamed himself a little bit, having seen match history from Suppa. He may have overinvested, in the defense of the DTs and delayed, all his harasses and attacks a little.
Yeah.
This time around.
I do think
sometimes
that
you
was
can
a big...
over-prepare for something, right? And let it get to your head that something's coming, and you don't, you're thrown off your rhythm. You don't do what you normally would do because you expect a Terran to harass a Protoss as early as possible, right? And that was not what he did the last game. So let's see whether he does something this game.
Yeah, and I'm really interested if Suppa is gonna go with that, upgrade heavy kind of style, and then go into warping in a ton of units, or if he'll just kind of sit back, build up his units and then just try to attack. Maybe do some multi-prong harassment as well. It'd be really interesting.
Yeah. Well, what we do know is that both players are opening up similar to what they did in the first game. 2 racks from Terran Lord, Gateway into Expand. Oh, into a Robo this time from Suppa. I think he opened Twilight Council first the last game, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
So we're going to have concussive shells on the way here for Terran Lord. He's going to be able to, slow down any kind of units that may try to attack into his base. And for a Protoss that likes to go with a little bit of aggression with Stalkers, I think that's really good. It's going to help him kind of make sure that if he puts up a bunker or something like that and he needs to do some damage, it'll slow him down a little bit. Maybe get that extra shot. He needs to, kill what he needs to. So, very interesting. But it looks like... where did that... Could have sworn I saw him have a stalker go across. Oh, there they are. They're over there in the gold. Okay.
You basically can't go across if the Reaper's still alive. Ooh, Warp Prism. So I think this would be a stalker, pressure from Suppa. That's.
Well, and that's the thing too. Is like with this gold base, if Terran Lord doesn't take it, he can just drop in there or blink in there, and then just start putting harassment from that side, and then maybe send a couple of zealots or something on the other side as well.
What if Terran Lord takes the gold base?
No. If Suppa wants to do a drop, like a warp prism into the third, or blink
right. I see what you mean.
So, just because if Terran Lord doesn't take that base, then sometimes if they don't put a depot or something down there, they don't know it's coming.
Yeah, well, Concussive Shell is researched already. These stalkers are not going to be able to get much.
Oh, Warp Prism was in the main. He looked like he was going to warp in, and maybe do a multi-pronged, try to keep him distracted or something. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen now. Going to come in with a couple more stalkers. Try to get some damage done. There are a good amount of stalkers here, and not a whole lot of other things for the Terran.
I don't know. I think Terran Lord will have to pull SCVs, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah, Yeah, nice little pickup there, and actually gonna start warping in some more stalkers as well.
That missile turret there, being nice and handy, not gonna allow that warp prism to go in and do all this fancy prism micro tricks.
Mm. You know, Moral's coming out, gonna start walking across there and trying to find some damage where he can. Gonna warp in a couple more stalkers as well, and Terran Lord I don't think really sees this till it's too late, so he's gonna have to move back in, and being on top isn't gonna be the best.
I don't know, Stim is done already.
Yeah.
I don't think there's gonna be much that Sapa can do right here. All the stalkers are just gonna... Oh, nice micro though. Saving the warp prism.
Very nice. He actually gets a lot of those, and now with the Immortal and the Stalker on the side, this is definitely a very big harassment coming out from Seppa.
No, I think Terran Lord definitely needs to pull the boys right here. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's to buy time to get all the Marines out. He should be able to hold this, I think.
Yeah, but there's still that pressure coming on from the main, just kind of taking some
the warp
shots.
prism! Oh, okay.
So that shuts that down. 6 probes, or SCVs do go down. But very nice so far. Still got this Immortal and the Stalker to deal with here into the natural. Should be able to clean up a good chunk of that and gonna force that back. This is really good though for Seppa. It's actually forcing Terran Lord to not really be able to mine as efficiently.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's able to take his third base behind this as well.
Yeah, he's definitely doing a lot of nice pressure and delaying Terran Lord from doing what he wanted to do, which, might have been a big 2-base push, seeing all the barracks that are going down right now. Yeah, no,
You got Blink on the way as well, another Warp Prism, and I don't know, I think he's got enough Marines now to really kind of deal with this, and with him pulling those SCVs, it's helping out, and like I said, it's like delaying a little bit, even able to put down a mine, but with this Observer out, I don't think that's really going to get too much done. I think he should be able to pick it up. Alright, looks like he's going to pressure in as well, and now with that Warp Prism out, this is going to be really scary for Terran Lord to have to deal with. This Immortal, though, is getting pretty low, so he's got to be careful with that he doesn't just lose that, because that is a big damage dealer for him right now.
Yeah, and he's supply blocked as well. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to call down a supply. What do you call that thing? Call down, supply call down.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not sure whether he has enough units to hold this big attack actually.
Yeah.
You'll have to pull the boys again, but it's just delaying even more mining time.
Yeah, and it's even, making sure he doesn't have too many SCVs, but gets a wraparound on one of those, and doing a pretty good job trying to macro this back base. Gotta be careful he doesn't lose that Warp Prism there. And, forcing this back, gonna warp in some more Stalkers. And he tried to put some Zealots in there, but really didn't get too much done with that, especially with the mines being there. And add on some more gateways, and that's really going to help him kind of buffer into this. But there's a lot of Marines here with that stem. Should be able to clean this up, actually. He's doing a pretty good job picking those up, but...
No, he wants to... Yeah. He wants to get that Warp Prism.
Mm-hmm. And start chasing after it, trying to get on top of it, but he's got to be careful he doesn't overextend. Does finally kind of pull back.
Yeah, he should just go home right now, mass up a big army, hope for a big push.
The thing is he does have a, there we go. He does have a good amount of like barracks and stuff, so he eventually can replenish this army pretty well. It almost seems like he should be able to, start doing a little bit of harassment on his own.
Yeah.
And now we got a
I don't know, those
bay
barracks
as well.
are not actually reacted, so whether he can... But, he doesn't have a lot of SCVs either to support the army that he wants, but this is still a good army from Terran Lord.
Yeah,
it's an army, I would say.
He's going to come over here.
Oh, those Widow...
Alright, so he's going to try to stem in. He's only got a handful of Marines, though, so I don't think with all of these warp-ins coming in from Sapa, he's going to have
he
enough
needs to
to
get
really...
some... He needs to have some good Widowmine hits, which unfortunately is not what he's getting right now. In fact, did those mines just blow up on his Marines?
Yeah, a good chunk of his own Marines got hit by that, which is one of those kind of like side effects of using Widow Mines, is a chance of your own units getting attacked. which kind of hurts him in this engagement. He's, rallying across, trying to do some damage. A couple of good hits off the mines, but really not a whole lot.
Yeah, there are a lot. Down 2 bases to 3. 2 barracks, not even reactor. They're just putting down their reactors right. This is not looking very, very, very good.
Note these stalkers coming off. They have blink. Charge is almost done.
Yeah, I don't think this marine force is gonna. I don't know. Okay.
It still has potential to do some damage, but yeah, there's not a whole lot here.
Right, so it looks like Terran Law is going, pure all in, just making as many units as he can. Hope that he'll able to do a big push. They'll win him the game.
We do have Colossus on the way, and that is going to be very tough for Terran Lord to have to deal with. And we saw it last game. That's really kind of what killed him, is those Colossus. So nice little blink back and allow the Zealots to come in here. A couple of good Widowmine shots. Going to take out a good chunk of those Zealots. But with more Zealots warping in, with this blink Stalkers, there's just not a whole lot here for him to deal with. Going to try to morph down another Widowmine. Gets a nice hit, but there's just not a lot there, and GG will be called.
Yep, Goldmaster showing why they're top of the group.
GG.
Having all these strong caliber players to play for you is really a benefit, really an advantage. So yeah, well done to Team Goldmasters. They finished top of the group and will be headed to the playoffs with a good seed.
Alright, well guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you guys had a good one. And like we said, GG to Team Gold members, or Gold Masters. It's made of gold. Because we'll see you guys later. Have a good one. And we'll see you then.
Thanks, Gravity.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Laters.
See you.